Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in today's video we are going to check some more IELTS Task 2 writing. Seems a lot of people love to practice with their Task 2 and not so many like to practice with their Task 1. But okay, if you need a reminder, I am giving away free writing feedback in June. Absolutely free. Get in touch, send me your IELTS writing. I will make one of these videos. I will look at your writing, I will give you comments and I will give you scores. I do also have a bit of free time to do some speaking tests too, so if you want a mock practice speaking test with feedback, do get in touch and let me know. But let's jump into today's writing. Okay, before we do anything, as always, we read the question carefully. Some people think that technology has made our lives too complex. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So, a couple of things. The main theme here, the overarching theme, is technology. In what context? Well, the question is, has technology made our lives too complex? What type of question do we have? We have, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So, to what extent do you agree or disagree? You can completely agree, you can partially agree, you can completely disagree. Different degrees of agreement. And in your introduction, of course, as always, we want to see a general statement about the theme of technology. You know, since the dawn of time, humans have looked for newer and more efficient ways of doing things, or humans have always invented new technologies to, I don't know, make the lives of the world's inhabitants a better place, to make the world a better place for its inhabitants, or whatever. Some type of general comment or general statement about the theme of technology. Then I want to see some reference to the question, and I want to know your position. I don't want to know why you hold your position, but I want to know in the introduction if you agree completely, if you agree mostly, if you partially agree, if you completely disagree. That's what I want to see in the introduction. First thing that I notice about this text is that it's short. It seems very short. So we know that we have to write at least 250 words. I don't think this candidate has reached 250 words. Let's do a quick word count. Great, 217 words. Fantastic. 217 words. Already you are limiting the score that you can get. If you've only written 217 words, but you are given instructions that you must write at least 250 words, you are not going to get a good mark. Let me repeat that. If it is written that you must write 250 words, but you only write 217 words, you are not going to get a good mark. But okay, let's get into the candidate's writing. All right, few people think that the invention of technology has made our lives very difficult. Well, I don't think few is the right word here, right? Some people, like a substantial number of people, an important number of people. Few people is a lower quantity. It's like almost no people. There are not many people. It's difficult to find people. That's the best translation here. It's difficult to find people who think that the invention of technology has made our lives very difficult. So that's different. That's different to what the original question says. And again, this is the problem of students trying mechanically to paraphrase the question. I think you can do that for part 1, for task 1, but task 2, there's no reason to do it. But okay, few people think that the invention of technology... It's not the invention of technology. You invent things, you invent technological things, but it's not like the invention of technology. That seems a bit strange. Has made our lives very difficult due to, I like this due to various reasons. It's just so empty. Various reasons. Okay. Due to various reasons. I like this music. Why? Due to various reasons. Okay, we know. We're going to get into your reasons in the body. But okay, fine. But in my opinion, okay, I want to know your position, but I don't know if we need this personal language, in my opinion. In academic texts, maybe in the conclusion, maybe it's okay. But In academic texts in the introduction, I don't want to see overly personal language, in my opinion. I disagree with it. And it seems a bit like a tautology, right? It's like wet water. Well, water is always wet. Oily oil. Oil is always oil. In my opinion, I disagree with it. Just I disagree is fine. I disagree with this position. And again, we have a reason why, because it has made our lives easier. Well, again, it's Captain Obvious, right? It's like, I think it's bad. Why? Because I think it's good. Well, it means the same thing. Saying you disagree with the sentence that technology has made our lives complex means kind of that you think it's made our lives easier. So this reason is empty, and it helps people to do things quickly. Okay, so I see what they're doing. They're setting up body paragraph 1, it has made our lives easier. Body paragraph 2, it helps people to do things quickly. Now again, there's a problem here that because it has made our lives easier and it helps people to do things quickly, I think those are very similar arguments, aren't they? If something lets us do things more quickly, that means that it makes our lives easier. So I'm a little bit worried that those are your two ideas. But they seem very, very similar. But okay, anything positive here? So, there's an attempt at a paraphrase, which, okay, you could say that it's a general statement about the theme of technology. It's a little bit empty. We have seen the position, given some reasons which I don't like so much. But okay, so introduction. It looks like an introduction paragraph. It's a little bit short. It's a little bit empty, but okay, the basics are okay. Okay, firstly, the technological inventions. I don't see any reason for this article. Here, I understand articles in English are crazy difficult. I know. Firstly, good. The technological inventions has made it. So inventions, that's plural. Why has? Technological inventions have made it simple. A technological invention has. So this third person conjugation s, at least there's an attempt at present perfect. That's showing some variety of language, of grammar. Firstly, the technological inventions have made it very simple for humans to do their day-to-day life. I don't know if we do our day-to-day life. You can live your everyday life, you can carry out tasks in your everyday life, but do your everyday life seems like a strange collocation. In earlier days is okay. In the past, it was fine. People had to do hard labour, but at present times, the energy is so again, the energy. Which energy? I don't know why the is used here, but anyway, the energy is saved due to the use of machineries. I think you mean machines, not machineries. Okay, so in the past we had to do hard labour. Now we have more energy because we use machines. Okay, kind of makes sense. The new inventions today, again, maybe that is okay. The new inventions today, why do you have a comma between the subject and the verb? I don't know why. Some people do that, I guess. If they have very long subjects, they use a comma. We don't do this in English. No comma between subject and verb. If you add an extra additional clause, it might be possible, but no. The new inventions, no comma, today, no comma, are user-friendly. Okay, so they're attempting to use this like compound adjective user-friendly, but it's... Okay, do we have any good context here? And so it is easy to learn the operating system of the gadgets. Again, there's an attempt at using operating system, but for me, it seems like the candidate is forcing themselves. Just they're thinking like, what good bits of vocab can I insert? And they're thinking, okay, I'll use user-friendly, I'll use operating system, I'll use gadgets, but they are putting them in there without any real skill or sophistication. It's always better for candidates to think of your ideas first. Really, really, really simple language. Present your ideas as clearly as possible, and then after you have that foundation, then try to add in your extra words. This candidate has tried to use machineries, user-friendly, operating system, gadgets, but they're using them without any skill or craft. So I don't like it. For instance, I like this. For instance, really like it. Always like for instance. A washing machine can do the laundry in a few minutes by clicking a few buttons. So the washing machine isn't the thing that clicks a few buttons, but your sentence, a washing machine can do the laundry by clicking a few buttons. This suggests that the washing machine is the agent that clicks a few buttons. So that's grammatically faulty. It's a mistake. Which I like this comma, which makes it. So this is a relative clause of commentary referring back to the whole thing. I like that. It's considered B2-ish, which makes it easier to clean and dry the clothes. So some good features of cohesion here. I like that you start with firstly. I like in earlier days is all right. I prefer in the past. I like this use of today at the end of the clause. New inventions today. Sorry, as a post modifier. The new inventions today are user-friendly. That's a bit of flexibility. I like the for instance, and I like this which clause at the end. So cohesion here is very good, but task achievement is not very good. You're showing some good signs of vocab, but for me, they're not used in a skilled way. Make sure your ideas are clear. Make sure you know how to write an academic essay. Maybe even make sure you know how to write an academic essay in your own language first. Anyway, let's move on. Additional. So we want additionally. Either in addition or additionally or furthermore. Okay, the scientific inventions. Again, problem with this article, the. Again, scientific inventions has, and it should be have. I have, you have, he, she, it has. They, inventions, have. And also notice this. Firstly, the technological inventions has. Additional, the scientific inventions has. It's okay to repeat certain vocab from time to time, but you don't want to start your first paragraph, your body one and your body two exactly the same way. But okay, has reduced the amount of time spent in doing. Good, I like this reduced relative clause. The time which is spent. It's a passive reduced relative clause. Good. Complicated structure there. In doing various activities. Okay. People are able to, I like this, are able to. It's nice academic instead of just can receive, but they are able to receive. Nice. To receive and send informations. Information is an uncountable noun. We don't use it in the plural. To and fro. To and fro is just too informal. Fine in your speaking test, right? Yeah, we had to, send documents to and fro. Fine. In academic writing, to and fro. Okay, people are able to send and receive information to and fro within minutes from any part of the world. Okay, cool. The technological innovations in the field of transport. In the field of transport, I guess they mean, has reduced, again, innovations, and we get has. Innovations have. And again, has reduced. Seems very repetitive. Reduce the travelling time thereby. This thereby is nice. Thereby reaching the destinations not quicker, but more quickly. In speech, again, comparative adverb quicker is fine. I run quicker than you. In speech, it's accepted. In writing, reaching the destinations more quickly. So if you don't know the grammar of comparative adverbs, for example, comma, the invention of the internet and airplanes. Okay. So we get transport innovations. Transport innovations is the second point, and then sending information. I don't think there's a clear. The clear central topic here is that things can be done faster. So I guess that's the central topic. I don't like how we've jumped from sending information and then we haven't linked anything. We've just jumped into technological innovations in the field of transport. A little like in addition to this, or moreover, or furthermore, or even also, or as well as this, some type of cohesive device that shows that I'm adding extra information. That would be good. And just another lazy sentence tagged on at the end. This to me suggests that the candidate doesn't really know what they're going to write. They probably wrote the essay and it was probably 180 words, 190 words, and they just looked to add on some things. So I think the candidate has just stuck this on because their word count is low. For example, the invention of internet and airplanes. It's not even a sentence. There's no verb there. For example, the invention of internet and airplanes. It's not even a clause. There's no verb. Just seems like a lazy additional tag. Okay, to sum it up. We don't say to sum it up. Learn these discourse markers. To sum up, in sum, in conclusion, but not to sum it up. We don't use that. So learn these fixed phrases for conclusions. Technologies play a vital role in the day-to-day lives. Okay, this didn't argue. The question doesn't say that it's not vital, right? We're talking about the complexity, how easy it is. But let's see what they say. Play a vital role in day-to-day lives. Okay, in whose? In our day-to-day lives, in people's day-to-day lives. Making it accessible. I like this participle clause here, making it accessible. But what is it here? Making it accessible. Who is it? Technologies? Well, technologies, you've used the plural, so making them. But I don't know if that makes sense. Does it? Technologies play a vital role making it accessible. I don't know what the it is here. Technologies make technologies accessible? Don't know. Ambiguous pronoun. It's a good band name. Ambiguous pronoun. Anyway, making it accessible and simple to handle and improving the quality of lives. The word lives is actually in the question. Lives. You can make spelling mistakes, but please don't make spelling mistakes with words that are in the question. It just signals to the examiner that you don't really care very much. You don't read the question very carefully. You don't bother to check that lives is actually spelt in the question. Yeah, leaves a bad impression. Okay, so it's an attempt at a conclusion, but it's not very clear. So let's give some scores for this. Okay, so task response or task achievement or whatever. We can only give a 5 for this. Now, my couple of reasons for giving the 5. Firstly, the word count is too short. Write 250 words minimum. Also, I just feel like there are so many empty things or tautological, it's not complex because it makes our lives easier. Well, okay, due to various reasons. I also feel like the arguments aren't very well developed. However, for coherence and cohesion, so a little bit of a problem with coherence in that I have to reread some of the sentences to understand your ideas, but I kind of get them. But the cohesion is good. Certainly a lot of good cohesive devices. Some attempt at substitution, but not always accurate. But I like the which clauses. Really like those which clauses. I like the bridging with the participle here. Vital role in our day-to-day lives, making it accessible, like therefore making it accessible. Good stuff. So I like the cohesion. Coherence is a bit problematic. So 6 for this. Lexical resource. So there is good topic-related vocab in there, right? We know I criticized this like just throwing in the words, but the fact that you use those words, operating system, gadget, it is showing some knowledge of vocab sets, words connected to this theme of technology. So there are some things in there. You have like technological innovations, which is a nice collocation. It's not in the sentence. Cool. Okay. So decent use, but I feel like it's not used with skill. And there were some strange uses of collocation. Let's find examples of that. Okay, so I'm just looking for... I know that there are some examples of strange collocations in there. Just a moment. Yeah, to do their day-to-day lives. That's an example of a strange collocation. I don't know if we do our lives. Do we do our lives? I don't know. You live your life. Enjoy your life. Carry out tasks in your life. Do day-to-day duties. Yeah, so a little bit of strange collocation in this. So overall for lexical resource, I'm going to give 6. And grammatical range and accuracy. This is going to be an interesting one. I think we could get something. Could we get something high? Grammatical range and accuracy. So problems with the accuracy. First of all, too many uses of the, incorrect. The technological inventions. The scientific inventions. The technological inventions. Oh, in the field of transport, that's fine. This the is fine because we have in the field of transport. But I am not here right now to explain articles because it's crazy. Has reduced the traveling time. So misuse of the in many places. We need the with the internet. So where you need the, you don't use it, and where you don't need the, you use it. So that's a problem. You have a lot of problems with this third person S. Scientific inventions have, not has. Technological inventions have, not has. Invention of technology has. That's good. That's fine. So we have some problems with that basic grammar, but we do see that these problems with grammar don't create any confusion. So that's okay. But it is a systematic mistake with grammar. It is a repeated mistake. But you do have some good grammar in there. You do have some good grammar. This participle clause is nice. Making it accessible. This which to refer to a whole sentence is nice. That's B2C1-ish. Can we find some more? There was this one, the amount of time spent. I like that. Reduced passive relative clause, the amount of time spent. So we do have some. We do have a range of simple and complex structures. Let's have a look for complex sentences. Due to various reasons. Great, we start with a complex sentence, but it's okay. This one is too complex. Fine. In early days, people had to do hard labor, but at present, okay, so we get subordinate clauses. Washing machine can do the laundry in a few minutes by clicking a few buttons, which makes it. So yeah, we do have examples of complex sentences too. Is there enough for a 7? I would say no, not quite. So I'm going to give a 6 for grammatical range and accuracy. But if you can eliminate those problems with third person S, and if you can just get a little bit more control over articles, you will have enough for a 7 for grammatical range and accuracy. But what do you need to work on? Task response. It's killing you. If you're looking for one simple piece of advice with your writing, if you must write 250 words, write at least 250 words. That's the first and most important piece of advice. Secondly, you need to learn how to write an academic essay about what is an argument, how do we support arguments, how do we develop arguments. This is a skill. In one YouTube video, in 1 or 2 sentences, I can't tell you how to write an essay, but that's my key bit of advice. Learn how to make an argument, support an argument, and develop an argument, and please stick to the word count. Okay, but hopefully that was useful, just to give you an idea of some of the things that we look at when we check students' writing. As I mentioned earlier, I am doing free writing feedback in June. If you'd like me to check your writing, get in touch and I'll be happy to help you. But for now, that's all. Thank you very much and goodbye.